So hello everyone. Today we will start with how to initialize the object. We have covered that how to create class, how to make methods, why methods are useful. So now we will learn how to initialize the object. So there are three ways by which we can initialize the object. First is by reference variable, second is by method, and by constructor. Okay. So by reference variable, anyone know what is the meaning of how to initialize object by reference variable? Anyone?
Passing the values in the method, or
Sorry, come again.
passing the values through the method. Like in the method we will initialize, we will reference and then again we will initialize in the method.
Good. Okay.
So we
Uh-huh.
we initialize object so that we can use the class variables and method.
Correct. So these are all variable. Class variables is called instance variable also. Okay. They are global variable. Global variable we use for like different languages like C, C++. We use global variable. But for Java, we call it as instance variable. So the string, color, and age is a instance variable. Why? Because we have declared that in a class. Now, when we declare the variable inside some method, that is called as local variable. Okay, so we have not declared any variable in local. So what is the meaning of how to initialize object by reference variable is these are all the reference variable and we are initializing it. Suppose we have created one object and then we are calling this variable with the help of this object. Okay, we don't need to write this variable inside the method. We can just call it with the help of that object instance. Okay, instance of the object. Okay, so we can use the color also and age also. Okay, and we can print it like this. Okay, I will show you in practical also how to do that. Then we will learn about how to do it by method. Okay. Okay. These all we have done, so we are closing it. Here I will make one more class name as okay, this is already a class name as animal. So I will create one more class name as ABC. Adding the main method. Now what I'm doing here is I want to declare a instance variable color, okay, which is type string, and a age which is type of integer. Okay, inside this I'm creating one object. How to create an object? Anyone?
ABC, A equal to new ABC.
No. Don't
Class
say
name.
like that. Class yeah.
Name,
Class
Okay.
reference
Class name
variable
then
is equal to
object
new
variable.
class
object
name.
name, which is
New
new,
class
So
name
it's a
and
keyword.
then class.
Again, class name.
as a
Then
method.
Correct.
Constructor.
This is a constructor.
Constructor.
Okay? Yeah, correct. So now with the help of this object which we have created, we can call these see age and color. These are the variable which we can use it. Okay. So this
Chavi, your
is
voice is
called
breaking.
as creating an what it is called how to initialize the object with the help of reference variable. Okay. Now suppose a dot color, I said dot color. Okay, equal to what I said, y in parenthesis, y in double quotes. Sorry, y in double
Because
quotes.
it's a string.
String.
It's a string variable.
Correct. So it's a string variable. So that's why it is in quotes. A dot age. So age is a integer. So it don't need any code.
Quotations.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted to print that, what I have to do? I have to write a dot
color.
color
plus
just to give a gap, right?
gap.
That's fine.
Yes.
And then a dot age. Okay. Now, if I execute this program, what it will give?
Chavi,
Yes.
this a dot color, the plus sign that you have given, this is to print this black, right? And then the double quotation that you have given, that is for the space. Or this
Yes,
plus sign
correct.
also considered with that double quotation for the space.
Plus is
No,
for
no, no.
concatenation.
Concatenation, right? The plus sign is for concatenation.
Got it.
Yeah. So what it will print? It will print
Black space 10.
10. Correct. So this will be the by reference variable. Okay. So this is why by reference variable. Now we will use it by method. Okay. Now if I wanted to use it, create an initialize the object with the help of method, how we will do? Suppose there is a two instance variable. See, I have written it here. Okay. So this is instance variable. This is local variable. Okay. Now this is initializing the values. Okay. To instance variable to local variable. Okay. So we are local variable value are going to your instance variable, global variable. Okay. So we are passing the value of C to, always remember, okay, whatever is in the right side, that value is going to the left hand side. Okay. So we are giving the value of C to color and giving the value of A to age. Okay. Whatever is there in C, that we will give to color. Okay. So what we have done, we have created two methods. One is initializing the object and the second is to display that. And main method, what we are doing, we are not giving any value which we were giving previously, right? We are giving directly to this method, okay, because it is by method. Okay, if we are not hard coding the value in the variable, we are passing the value as a parameter in the method. Okay, because this is by method. Okay, clear? So what we are doing, we are passing these two values in C and A. Okay, so black is stored in what? In variable C. Okay, and 10 is stored in where? Variable A. Okay, now this C and A value we are passing to the instance variable, which is color and age. Okay, and then what we are doing, we are printing this variable in the method which is called as display. Okay, this is a display method. You got the point? I will show you in practically. I will show you how to do that. Okay, so this is clear, right? This is by reference variable. Now what we wanted, we don't want to give the value here. Okay. Instead, what we want to create one method. Okay, so this is by method, right? So we wanted to create a method instance object. Okay, there is any method you can write. Okay, inside that we are passing the string value C and the integer value. So one thing you have to keep in mind that these two values which you wanted to store the value in, so they both should be of same type. Okay, if it is string, then only it will store the value of string, and if it is integer, then only it will store the value of integer. Yes. Okay, so what I have to do here in the main method, I will pass the value. Okay, here what I'm doing with the help of object a dot this method int method. Okay, so it is coming int method. So method I am passing value as what, black. Excuse me, sorry, and 10. Okay, so what it is doing, it is storing C is storing the value as black and A is storing as a value as 10. Okay, now inside this method, what I'm doing is I'm giving the value of C to color. Okay, color equal to C. Okay, and giving the value of A to age. Okay, age. Okay, now I have created one more method which is called as void display. Inside that, what you are going to do is, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, here we don't need a dot py because we have not created any object here. So we don't need a dot directly because it's a global variable or instance variable, not global. Global is wrong word. So because it's an instance variable, we can directly use it. Okay, these variables. Okay, everybody understood that black is going to C, 10 is going to A, and then with the help of these initialization, C value is going to color, A value is going to age, and then here in this method we are printing the color and age. Simple. Okay, so we'll run the program and we'll see the output. What is it?
We did not call display method anywhere.
Oh yeah, correct. Good. So we have to call how it will print if we are not calling the display method. Correct. So we have to call the display method for printing. Okay, clear? So this is called as this is also an interview question. Okay, so how we can initialize the object with the help of initialize the variable with the help of method. Okay, so this is the way, by passing parameters we can initialize the object with the help of method. Okay, now the third is by constructor, correct? So this is by constructor. So for that, So these are the topics which we will cover. So with the help of constructor, how you can create it. Okay, so firstly, see these two methods you understood, right? These two methods you understood. How we will do that? Is that clear? By method,
Yes.
by reference variable. Okay. So now what we will do by constructor. Okay, so we will wear the topic of constructor. So what constructor is a very important topic. Okay, constructor is what? Anyone know about what is constructor?
It's a special method where the class name is similar to that of constructor name. Constructor name and the class name will be the same.
Correct, correct. So constructor
And
is a,
constructor doesn't have any return type.
Yes.
yes, constructor cannot have any return type. That's true. So constructor is basically a block which is similar to method, but having the same name as a class name. Okay. So here you see class is test and public void test. So do you think this is a constructor?
No.
Why?
It has a return
Return
type.
type.
Yes, it's a return type. So it cannot be have a void also. Okay. So there's a very important point which sometimes interview asks, that constructor do not have any return type, not even void. Okay. So if there is void, that means it's not a constructor, it's simple method. It's a simple method, it's not a constructor. So we don't consider it as a constructor. Okay. Now, this is a constructor. Constructor can have a access modifier, okay, but cannot have any return type. Okay. So constructor can have 4 access modifier: public, private, protected, and default. Okay. Now, how you can call or run or execute the constructor, that we will learn. It's execute automatically when we create an object. So as soon as you create an object, it will execute it. Why? Because we have already called it, right? When we are creating an object, you remember what we do? Class name equal to object, class name object equal to new,
New.
and then
The
constructor.
constructor.
Correct? Correct. So we have already calling the constructor.
The time.
So that's why it execute automatically when we create an object. So object is created with the help of constructor only. Okay. So always remember that whenever you have written any constructor or whenever you have not written any constructor, even though it will execute automatically when we create an object. Okay. So always it is there. Now the next topic is like, yeah, so that's why we don't need to create any constructor object. Okay, we don't need. If we create, it will give you error. I will show you how. So this line is not important. We don't need to call any constructor. I will show you in the example. Okay, suppose I'm creating a new class here. Test clear banana for me. So I'm creating a class name as test. Okay, adding the main method. Okay. Now suppose I'm creating a constructor here. Public test. Okay. This is a constructor. If I write void, it will be a normal method. Okay, so we don't need to write void if you wanted to have a constructor. Okay. So suppose I have written inside the main method, I have written a object. I've created an object which is T type. Okay, So what it will do, it will automatically call this constructor. Okay, so this constructor is called. We don't need to write t.test. Okay, it will not allow you to write this method. Okay, t.test. See, it's not there because it's behaving as a constructor. If we write here void, okay, we write here void, it is coming test. See, now it is coming. Why? Because now it's a normal method. Okay, normal method which is inside this class, so it will call now. But if we behave, if we wanted to behave like a constructor, we don't need to, then it will not be called. Okay, so it will not be called as a constructor. So that's what I wanted to say, that this line is not required or needed. When we are creating any constructor, this will automatically be called as soon as we create an object. Okay, so constructor execute automatically when we create an object. Okay, clear?
Chavi, so
Yes.
in like real time, do they create like here we have created constructor, there is no return type, but if you create a method giving void, like method name as class name and giving void, do they use it in real time? I mean, so far we have not done it, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's not done it. We don't do that, but we can do that. Okay.
yeah, you're just telling us like how it works, but they
Huh.
usually they don't do it, right?
No. They don't do
Okay.
it, but we can do it if we wanted to.
Got it. Yeah.
That's the point. But if we what are the uses of constructor? Okay, so if you wanted to use as a constructor, then this line is not needed. That's what my point is. Okay, so you don't need to call this method inside
Yeah,
your
got it.
main method or anywhere, because it will be automatically called. It will be automatically called like this.
Yes.
Okay? So that is the point. Okay. Now, why we create constructor? Okay, and what is the need of the constructor, and why we use constructor in Java? So all these questions will be answered. Okay. Now, suppose there is an you are in a company and there are, suppose like 500 employees. Okay, in one company. Okay. Now, what we wanted to do, we wanted to store the name and employee ID of a person. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a object for that particular person, and then we are storing the name as Chavi or employee ID as 101. Correct? So this is the usual method we used to follow. Correct? So we'll write the instance variable, so string name, employee name, so that we can use it for all the employees because it's an instance variable and we are gonna do it. So what will happen is when we create an object, so there is a memory. Okay. So this object fill a memory with the help with which have all the instance variable inside it. Okay, so even is suppose an object which has all the instance variable inside it with the and having initialized as null. Okay, so these are the general thing. Now what we wanted to do, we want to have a two employees. Suppose there are two employees, then what will happen? It will allocate two memories here, E1 and E2 as two objects, and then both have null value. Okay, null value in it. Now this is not a good program, right? All the null values, and what we will do for that? Okay, now what is another step? You will give the string name as Chavi as an instance variable, and employee ID as 101. But this is also not a good practice. Why? Because in E1 also it will be stored as Chavi, and E2 also it is stored as Chavi, right? So this is also not a good way of writing, like you are hard coding the name as Chavi and employee ID as 101. No. Now the third option is what? Third option is when you create an object, you can have E1 name as Chavi, E1 employee ID as 101, and E2 name as E2 object name as ABC, or E2 employee as 101. Okay, this is solving your issue problem, right? This is solving that all the employees have different name. You create an object for one employee and give the name and ID. Okay, but for 500, suppose 500 employees, what you have to do? You have to create 1, 2, 3, like 500 into 3 number of lines, right? So I don't think so. This is a good practice also. So this is the way, one way which you can solve your problem, but that is very tedious job, correct? Now what we have to do? See, in these are all this we have created one object, and inside this object, when we creating the object inside this what you can say constructor, we are passing these values. Okay, so these 6 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6 lines are reduced to this 2 lines of code, right? So this is a good practice program. What you are doing, you are passing the parameters of name and employee ID to all the different employee objects, correct? Now what we are doing here, as I told you, by method, when you are how to initialize the object by method. So what we were doing, we were putting these values to name to these local variables, right? So these local variables, name and employee ID of this particular method, which is called as employee. Okay, method is employee. That means it's a, what is this? It's a constructor. Why? Because yes, because class is also employee and method, this constructor is also employee, and this doesn't have any return value. So this is a constructor. So what we are doing, we are putting the values to this variable which has constructor, and then with the help of initializing these local variable to global variable, they are having the values whichever we are passing each time in through the object. Okay, so what is the use of this variable here? So we will learn about this keyword in our later class. So this is a keyword. Okay, this dot name equal to name. Why we are using this? Anyone?
Because we are
Domain check.
assigning local variable to instance variable, and they both are same.
Or if you're
Variable
calling in
names
the
are same for global and local.
Correct,
and we want
correct. So this is used.
or
by
this is used only for with the constructor like that, Chavi?
No. It's not like that. This is a keyword. I will tell you in detail about this keyword. So this is a keyword when we wanted to use our local variable and instance variable as same. Okay, so this is also name. Oh, sorry. This is also name, and instance variable is also name. So local variables and instance variable are same name. Then that time like
This keyword
our
is used.
compiler, yeah, the compiler will get confused that you're talking about which variable, right? So that's why that time we use this keyword.
Chavi,
Okay.
why we are first place using the same names? Earlier, when you show us parameterized constructor, You showed
Yeah,
that color and age, you passed it as local variable C and A,
Correct.
and then you assigned C and A to color and age. So we can do
Correct.
that, right? So why we are first place using same and using this keyword?
See, you can always use your choice variable, right? But sometimes when the company wants this way, so how to solve the issue? Okay, what you are learning, if we have this condition, then how we can solve that issue. Okay, so by this variable we can. Okay, so just we'll try it practically how to solve it.
Yeah, but Chavi, any advantage of doing this? I mean, we what's the advantage of using the same name as local and global variable?
Yeah,
and-
it will reduce the complexity. That is the advantage, that it will reduce your complexity of having different name. Okay, so instance
Got it.
there are so many variables. Right now we are using only two. Okay, name and employee ID. There might be like hundreds of things. So how you will remember, how you'll think that anyway you have to initialize it in the constructor, right? So with the help
Yeah,
of
and
this.
yeah. And earlier also, C, you are assigning it to the color, two different variables. It is little confusing, but once
Correct.
you know name and name, it's the same thing, just different global and local variables. But it is
Correct.
the same
So,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. So to avoid the confusion, we are doing that. Okay.
Thanks.
Because right now, we are only using two variables, three variables, but later you have to use many variables, like 50, 60 variables. Like you have so many information of the employee. All you have to initialize it. Okay. Okay. What I have to do here, I have to create a constructor here. So same name. Okay. Right now, what I have to do? Okay, first I will create an object here, new. Now what I have to do? Okay, I have to create one object as E1 and then create one more object as correct. Now what I have to do? I have to pass the values here, correct? Right? Tell me. There are instance variable I have to write, correct? Instance variable as a string. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, Chavi.
Yes. Okay. You are not telling me, so I thought I'm audible or not. Okay. String as a name. Okay. And then integer as employee. Okay. Here. Now what we are passing here.
So Chavi, is it you gave employee underscore ID? That's the way, like it is ideal. You should give it like
No.
underscore some practices or
No,
no.
no.
Okay.
Not like that. Anything you can write. Employee ID also you can give like this also.
Yeah, it's better like if you use underscore, like you can read it
It's
easily.
all your choice. Yeah,
Choice,
it's all your choice. There's no, for variables, there is no thumb rule.
I thought good practice or something like that.
Yeah,
Mm.
it all depends on you. Okay. Now this is a constructor. Now why it is showing error? Because now the constructor is what? Parameterized constructor. So we have to pass some value here. So suppose I am passing here name and employee ID as this. Okay, here I am passing anything and employee ID as okay. Now what I have to do here? Tell me. I have to initialize it, correct? So
Yes.
so what I have to do? Delete, correct? So
This
this dot
EM.
employee ID is equals to employee ID. Anything we can do. This dot name equal to name. Now I will tell you. See, when I select this name, it is highlighting this one. Okay, so this is an instance variable. If I remove this here, okay, if I remove this, okay, and if I select this, it will get confused. It is not showing any, you know, any highlighted thing. Okay, so it is getting confused. Okay, so it is when I selecting local variable, it is giving highlighted to both the names. But I don't want like that. I want this name to be here and this employee ID to be here, correct? So if I select this employee ID, it is not showing me that which employee ID is focusing on the inside this method. Okay, it is not, it is a confusion for the compiler, right? So to remove that confusion, okay, we use this keyword. Okay, to remove the confusion of the compiler. Now when I am selecting this, it is highlighting to this name. That means it is now understanding that we wanted this value to be stored in this variable, which is instance variable. Okay, and this value which is here should be stored in this variable, which is again an instance variable. And this instance variable we will be printing here or here. Either you create one method or you can print it here only. Getting my point? That's why we use this variable, this keyword. Okay. Now what I have to do here, I wanted to print this value, correct? So what I have to do, can anyone tell?
System.out.println.
If I wanted to print this, how I'll print it? Tell me.
EMP ID and name. Concatenation and space in between.
Okay, so I wanted to write employee one. Okay, now employee one, what I want to print here Chavi and 101. How I will print it? Tell me. I want to print here Chavi, correct?
E1 dot
correct. So we have to write E1 dot, because in E1 only it is stored, right?
is the object one.
Yeah, the name and the employee ID are stored where? In E1, right? So we have to print
E1 dot name.
E1, correct? Then we have to
Name.
yeah, name is there. Now
Employee
what I
ID.
have to correct. So for that, what I have to write?
E1 dot EMP.
Correct. E1 dot EMP. Okay. Now again, I want to print for the second employee. So what I have to do? Employee
Same.
2.
E2 calling by employee 2 object.
Correct. So this is like E2 dot name, right? Then E2 dot employee. Okay, clear? Now what it will print? It will print the both the employees name and employee ID. Correct? Clear? So with the help of constructor, what we are gonna do is we are assigning these values to their local variables, and with the help of constructor, we are assigning these values to the instance variable. Okay, and we are not creating or calling any method. We are not calling here any method. It is automatically get called and initialized to this these variables. Okay, before that, what we were doing by method, we are calling the init method. Correct, we are calling the init method, and then we are calling the display method. Okay, but here what we are doing, we are not calling any method. We are just creating an object, passing the value, and it will be initialized. Okay, got it? Now, how many types of constructor? This is a very important interview question. Okay, this is very important. How many types of constructor are there? So there are 3 types of constructor: default constructor, no argument constructor, and parameterized constructor. Okay, so default constructor is what? Which is automatically
Created when we
compiled.
When we
Yeah.
create the object
when we create a class, it will automatically create
instance.
the
Yeah, we don't need to write that. It is created by the compiler. Yeah, it is created by the compiler and executed. Okay, so this is called as default constructor. No argument constructor is what? When we are not passing any argument. It's a simple constructor.
So what is the difference between this default constructor and or both are same,
Default-
no, Chavi? I
No,
mean,
no. Both are not same. See, this is a constructor which you have written and you are using it for like initializing or something like that. Or you are using it for your, you are writing it, right? But default is you're not writing it. It is in the backend, or it's there in the compiler memory, not in your program. But here, no argument constructor, you have written this constructor. Okay.
Got
This is called as user defined or programmer defined constructor.
mhm.
Here. And parameterized, we just now we have seen parameterized constructor is like what? We can,
pass parameter inside the
yeah,
constructor.
these are the parameters we can pass
In the
pass
constructor.
through it, and we don't need to create any object. We can directly call this. Okay, so this is called as, this is a wrong statement. I will show you in test, Suppose I am creating a parameterized constructor and writing any string as name. Okay, and here I am passing, suppose I am passing here Chhavi. So this is what I can do. This, if I'm not passing here anything, then it will give you an error. Why? Because now it's a parameterized constructor.
Two
So we
parameters
cannot-
are there.
yeah. So we have
And
to
then-
pass some parameter there to fulfill that condition. Okay. So this
And
is-
if we
that's-
if we define 2 parameters and then if we miss one parameter also, it
Yeah.
will show an error, right, Chavi?
Also it will show an error. Yeah. If I define 2 parameters here
And then
and
you
we are not
pass
passing anything here as integer, then also it will show error.
Yeah.
It will say that it's not it's a multiple marker in this line. So you have to define this. Okay. Here, so this is called as parameterized constructor. And also once you create a constructor, compiler will not create any default constructor. Why? Because then it will be confusion for the compiler, right? So the default constructor is gone. That's why this is a default constructor, right? So if once you have created a constructor, default constructor doesn't exist. Okay. Compiler will not create the default constructor. Clear? Because otherwise it will get, they will get confused now which constructor you are calling. Okay. So once you have created a parameterized constructor, there is no default constructor and will not be called like this. Clear, everyone?
Yes, Chavi.
Okay. So there are no return type in constructor because of these two reasons. Like main function of a constructor is to initialize the object. That is why it will not have any return type. Correct? Hai? If it is any return type, then suppose you have created a main function constructor and you have to initialize the object. Okay, then there should not be any return type, right? So that's why constructor never have any return type. And when the compiler create a default constructor, that time also compiler will not be able to judge that there is there any return type or there is no return type. So that is why these are the two main reasons that there should not be any return type for the constructor. So you must remember, this is also very important interview question, that there is no return type in the constructor. Okay. Now, whatever we have studied till now, we are just summarizing it in this. Constructor is a block which have the same name, that of class name. Okay. Constructor does not have any return type, not even void. Constructor only have 4 access modifier: public, private, protected, and default. And all these modifier cannot be used in the constructor, like static, final, synchronize, etc. cannot be used in the constructor. Constructor execute automatically when we create an object. Okay, these are all the important points. Okay, constructor is used to initialize the object and not to create an object. Okay, we just initialize it, right? Like this value, right hand side value are going to the left hand side value. That only we do that, but we are not creating any object, okay, with the help of constructor. There are 3 types of constructor: default, no argument, and parameterized. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is the constructor thing is completed. Now we will come that why this keyword is important in Java. Yeah, I was about to tell that why this keyword is important in Java. So suppose there is an instance variable and a local variable. As I told you, if there is different variables, then it is easy to understand the compiler. But if it is a same value, it is difficult for compiler to understand. Okay. So these are two classes which I have created. You can use this program and we can practice these programs. These are all like programs which I have made for the better understanding of this. So in like when I will share this sheet with you and you can try this program. If you have any confusion, you can come to me. Okay. So this is 2 class which I have created, and in XYZ there is a main method. Okay. And then we are passing this value t dot. I have created an object for test class. Okay. Created an object for test class and I'm calling this method here. And I'm passing the value 10 to x, and then x value is assigning to I, and I value is printing. Simple, which we have already done. So there is no confusion. But now why this keyword is used when there are same instance variable and local variable, that time this will get confused and it will print as 0 instead of 10. So that is why we use this keyword. Okay, so this keyword can be used to refer current class instance variable. Okay, this is the first use of this. Okay, now moving ahead, this we have already seen. Okay, so I am skipping this. You can go through once again and clear. If there is any doubt, come to me. Okay, I will clear it. Now, this keyword can be used to refer the current class instance variable. This is completed, right? Now the second is, this keyword can be used to invoke current class method implicitly. Okay, this we will see. This is the second one. Okay. Now suppose I have created these two methods, okay, in a test class. One is for display and one is for showing the display method. Okay. And in the main method, I've just created an object of test class and calling this show method, which already has this display method. Okay. What I have to do? This keyword can be used to invoke the current class method implicitly. So what I am doing is I'm just calling with the help of this method, this display, both act as the same. Okay, so this dot display also we can do, or display also we can. Okay, so this keyword can be used to invoke the current class method. We are just calling this method. Okay, so this is the second use of this keyword. You can try these programs at home. Okay. Now the
Chavi,
third.
it's
Yes.
can you go back to the earlier program? So here you are saying, so using this is optional, even though you don't use this, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so okay, so basically we are just trying to call display method through some other method. Correct?
Call the method here. We're just trying
I mean,
to
that's
call
all right. I
this
mean,
method here.
we want to call display, but we are calling it through
That's all.
show.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
how come there is confusion? I mean, why we need to use this? I mean, there is no confusion, right?
You cannot use this, but this is just one way we can also use this keyword. If you don't use also, that is also fine. But this is the use. I'm teaching about the use of this keyword. Okay, so this is the different ways we can use it. Okay, if you don't
So,
use also,
there is no inbuilt method of display. Is there any inbuilt method display in Java?
no.
Okay,
There is no inbuilt method. Just
because
if
how I'm thinking
this is
is
user
that-
created. This is
Oh, okay.
user created method.
No. But my
Just a
question
simple-
here is, I mean, see, you are calling show and show has a display, right? So there is no confusion. Why still they are using this?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Both act as the same.
Got it. So I thought, like, is there any inbuilt method to get confused? Okay,
Both act same.
okay, Chavi.
Okay. Just a second. Oh, sorry. Okay. So this is just a use of this method. There's no there is no rule that you need to write this in this
Yeah,
method.
just wanted to
Just,
know because I
Hmm.
thought, maybe there is inbuilt method in
No,
Java
no,
and
no,
compiler
don't
gets
get
confused.
confused. No, no,
Okay.
no. There is a user defined method.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can just write it. Okay, now there is one more use of this keyword, which is used as a method, can be used to invoke the current class constructor. Okay, now this is like an interesting thing. Suppose there is a test class. There are two constructors which we have created. One is no argument constructor and one is parameterized constructor. Okay, now now what we are doing is we have just created one object here. Okay, now what we wanted, if we wanted to call the first method, what we can do is, if we wanted to call the first method, there is no argument. Okay,
No.
and we wanted to call the second method, then there is a, we can pass the
Argument.
value. Correct. Now what we can do is we can pass this as and call this constructor. Okay, so this can be used to invoke the current class constructor. I will show you how. Okay.
Now, Chavi,
Mhm.
can you go back to the program?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will show you.
So-
First,
okay,
I
yeah.
will explain you in the
Sure.
tips, then you can ask me the
Okay,
question.
yeah.
Now there is one what you can say constructor. I am building a constructor here which has no argument. Okay, there is no argument constructor, and there is a, what it is printing, no argument. Okay, now there is one more constructor which is printing as integer 10. Okay, sorry, integer a or anything like that, and then this is a argument constructor. Okay, now I'm calling this, there are two constructors. Okay, so if I wanted to call no argument constructor, I will call like this, and what it will print, no argument.
No
And
argument.
if I wanted to call 10 or something like second constructor I wanted to call, so I will write it as a 10.
Argument.
Okay, now what I wanted to do is I wanted to call both, and inside this no argument constructor, if I write like this, it will invoke the no argument constructor. Okay, so if I write like this and parenthesis, this is a keyword, correct? This is a keyword and it is having now parenthesis, so it acts as a method. Okay, and if I run this program, what will happen? Can anyone tell?
First, it will print no argument and then argument.
Then
Only,
argument.
Correct, correct. So first it will call this constructor, and then see here I'm calling only this constructor, right? Here I'm calling only argument constructor, but inside this argument constructor there is a this which is automatically calling this no argument constructor, and what will happen is after this no,
Chavi.
write the argument. Simple. Now if I'm calling this no argument constructor, and inside this inside this I'm passing 10. Okay, so what will happen now? Can anyone tell?
Argument and no argument.
Wait,
Oh, sorry,
I
you're,
have to
yeah.
pass something. I like this. No. Okay. Integer A. No. Something.
If there's one more constructor,
Not use.
This will create
Can
a
you take
loop.
that this off first?
Sorry?
Okay.
This will invoke that.
You have to give in the main method. Okay, no. Can you take this off, then second method this?
No, the second method that
Ah,
calls the first
Correct,
one, which
correct.
is
Yeah, correct. So this have to remove. Only this there can be only one.
one this
This. Yeah,
within a class.
yeah. Within a class, there can be having only one this method. Okay. Otherwise, it will get confused, right? If I am passing this here with no argument and I'm passing this here as argument, it will be a confusion for the compiler, right? So there should be a one this method. Okay. So what
That's a
will
rule?
happen now? Yeah.
Okay.
So now what it will print? It is calling the no argument constructor, but here it is calling the argument constructor. Okay. And then
Yeah.
it will print this one.
So Chavi, here we are using this, right? So another
Yeah.
way to do is, can we create instance of parameterized constructor, and can we call that instance in test method? Can this
that
be
also
another
we can do.
alternative? Or
Yeah.
this method is
Yeah.
alternative to like creating instance and calling it, correct?
Correct.
Chavi,
So that also you can do.
Chavi, is this can be called only once? Because I saw one example where in constructor overloading from one constructor to other constructor, they called with multiple this.
Yeah. With multiple this. Okay. Let me check that.
When it is a constructor overloading with different parameter, from one method they called one.
See, you can call multiple this, but they can have one type. No, this not
No,
possible.
from one constructor to another constructor. I'm telling constructor overloading.
Okay, constructor overloading is what? This is only constructor overloading, right? This is overloading, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
can
can you
call.
add one? Can you add one more constructor, and then can we use?
You can add one more constructor here and have the string. You can have the string. So this is called as constructor overloading.
Oh, then can we call this with another this string?
Yeah,
So we
we can
couldn't,
call,
right?
yeah, we can call this with like ABC. No,
ABC in the
No.
parenthesis.
codes, yeah, in the codes we have to write ABC. Yeah, that we can do.
But why we
Right.
couldn't do them before?
Yeah, that's the point for me now.
No, okay, here we can do, right?
Maybe just comment this out and try before we were
This,
doing.
yeah. This
That would
Give
create a
semicolon.
loop, I think.
No. Here you just don't give. Here you give no argument constructor. Take 10 off. Just Chavi.
Still it is
Giving
giving
error.
Can you see what this?
Oh, can
Yeah.
you take the first off because you are calling one another? That's the reason. The first one, 10. Can
This
you
will
take
create
off?
a loop.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
recursive. That's why. It's
We could call
creating-
now to this, right?
Yeah, this too can be called.
But I think recursive we can do.
Recursive can't.
Yeah, we cannot. Yeah.
Cannot. Because I think it will create a loop calling this to int and into parameterized.
I think we cannot call the same. Yeah, we are calling, right? All these.
No. But she's saying, in argument you're calling no argument. In no argument you're calling argument. That we can do. We cannot.
That we can do. Yeah, but we cannot do, but then here we are not calling as, this is this is argument, right? The argument we are calling in no argument. That is not possible, I think.
Already we called test ng, but okay. Sorry, this with
Okay, because we are calling this
test well
Test.
creation
So
of
you now
object.
you take the third one off, then it will work.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is working. Because
When you run,
calling this 10, yeah, it will run because it's not showing any errors, so it will run. So first it is going to this, then
Chavi, now do one thing. In the third one, you call the integer, second one. Just give any integer in the third one. I think that will not work. In the third one, just give 10 and take the comment off. It will give error again.
yeah.
We cannot call in each other. I think.
Yeah, I have to check. I have to check this.
I think we can call only once the each method or each constructor only once
No, that is not.
with this.
No, if I give no argument, then also it's working. This is no argument, right?
There's no argument
we
is
have
already
called
invoked while creating an object, right?
No, that doesn't matter. I mean, if I comment this, it is working, right? So I can create any number of this is something. Anyways, but you understood, like, right? Like this, we can call the constructor, and
Yeah.
That we got it, Chavi.
Right? Yeah, that point is clear, right? Like this can be used to invoke the current class constructor. So we are just
Yes.
invoking. Okay. So this is the third point. I will look into that, and if I get some solution, I will share with you. Now the fourth use is this can be used to pass an argument in the method call. Okay. So suppose there is two method. Okay. And what we are doing is in method 1 and method 2. So in this method, we can call this passing the parameter as test p. Okay. So passing the argument in a method call. Okay. So what argument we are passing here? Test t. So test is the class. So t is the class variable. Okay. We are passing as a class variable. So this is just a way of writing. Okay, I'll just show you in practical how to do that. Okay. So I will create a test method only, test class only. Inside that, I will create two methods. Method 1 and 1. Okay, there is a method 2. Now what inside that method I'm here I'm passing as argument as test p. Okay.
So Chavi, here I have a question. So far we have not done. Now here we are passing the object of a class. Why we do that usually? Why we pass object and what we achieve?
Is the parameter we are passing, right? Method. Okay. So
yeah, like usually when we pass string, so by passing this, what we achieve? Like string we pass. Can you explain this please? Because in some programs I have seen this, but never done it, or I mean, can you help me understand?
Yeah.
What all variables that are assigned to the object, those can be accessed like that, Chavi? The whole properties of that object?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a use of class, right? So what we are looking here is what we are doing here, we are um, learning the use of this, correct? So what we are doing, we used in different ways. Okay, so this is the parameter where I'm passing a variable which is of test. Okay, so this is the way we can assign the variable. Okay, so test is what? It's a class, right? So class T, you can write it like that. And now what we are doing here, I'm calling this as method 1, and inside this I'm calling as this. Okay, so what it is doing, you have seen this. This keyword can be used to pass as an argument in the method call. So this is a method call, and we are passing an argument in the method, which is a variable of class type. Okay, so if I am calling here this, suppose T, I have created one object T dot, I'm calling this one method M2 method. Okay, calling this M2 method, then what will happen? M2 method will call this method and it will print I am in M1 method. We'll just check that. Okay. See, I am calling M2 method, but M2 method is calling M1 method, which has an argument of this type. Okay, so this is used, this is also
Reference.
used, yeah, this can be used to pass as an argument in the method call. Okay, so this I'm using here integer, suppose I'm array T, that is not correct. This is only for the class variable, correct? So this is not for the normal integer or string thing. Okay, so currently what we are doing, we are learning that how this method can be used. Okay, so if we are using string or any other variable, that time it's a type mismatch. Okay, type test is not applicable for argument this. Okay, so M1 string is the string is not applicable for the argument as test. Okay, so test is only correct. Okay, whatever is the class name, this is not like test, whatever is the class name, that is okay for the argument passing as this. Okay, understood?
Chavi, can we just do once without passing this and creating instance and then calling M1 through M2?
You don't want to pass this
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And no argument here, you are saying, because if we have, see, if we are calling this M1 with no with test T, you are calling, then it will be a mismatch, right? So this method is not available if we are not passing any argument. Either you pass this, then only it will be calling. Otherwise, there is a normal method, right? This is a normal method. You have to create one more method, which is M1 method. This is called as method overloading, right? So then it is okay. Then it will be fine. But there should be a method which doesn't have any argument, right? Then only we can call that method. Are you getting my point?
Yeah,
Yes.
Chavi.
Okay. So this is also one of the use.
So this is tied together. When we pass argument like class object argument, then only we can use this. This is tied together, this and that
Yes.
type of
Yes.
parameters.
This is tied to this
Yeah.
keyword. Okay. Only
Okay.
only this type of variable can be used when we wanted to pass this keyword. Okay, because we are focusing on this keyword right now, right? Because we are learning about
Okay.
how this keyword keyword can be used. So we are
Yeah, and
learning the
Chavi,
ways
can you
of
tell?
this. Yeah.
Got it. So
Mhm.
can you please tell, because this is something learning new
Mhm.
first time, Chavi. So test T passing the parameter, just normally can you show like we are passing test T as a parameter? Any normal example can you show? Like so far we have passed like string integer, right? Can we do a normal program where we are using
Yeah, we
parameter?
can use. Yeah, that's what we can use test T if we wanted to pass anything like this keyword or anything else we wanted to use. So that I have to check. I haven't even I haven't used it test T in my methods.
Oh,
So
so in Selenium, like you're teaching Java, which is required for Selenium, but
right.
this is important. Like when we pass this, then we pass.
No,
I mean, see, in Selenium programming, see, we are ultimately we are going to work in Selenium, and we need Java, right? So,
yeah, correct,
so
correct.
we need
These
this
things
kind of
are not.
example
Yeah.
only, or
No. I'm just telling you about this keywords. What are
Okay.
all the uses of this keyword? So I have not used this type of example, but sometimes it happens that when you are doing some written test, there are few written tests happening, and that time there are things which you can come across as a this variable or how you can use this variable. So these are all the for your better understanding that this is
Yeah,
also
yeah,
possible.
got it. But like pass when we pass, Deepa, do you know? Have you passed like such kind of parameter when you practice test T? Like
No, because
yeah, you just
this is a new concept.
okay, just trying to see if we can do a simple example using passing this parameter, such kind of parameter.
Mhm.
Mm,
Sure,
I'm not
sure.
seeing
I
it.
will take look into it. Yeah, if there is anything come
Yeah, sure.
across.
Thanks.
Okay. So now fifth use is this can be used to pass an argument in the constructor class. And okay, so there are two classes available, test and test demo. So in the test demo, we are passing in the test, we are passing a test demo TD, okay, like that. And in the test demo, we have a main method in which there is one more method M1. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are creating an object of
Test demo.
test demo, and we are calling this method. Okay. Now inside this method, we are creating a test object of test class. Okay. And inside that, what we are doing, this method, this class, uh, this class parameter is what you can say, parameter is of constructor classes we are passing here. Okay. Now what will be the output? Can anyone tell?
It's a little confusing.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, wait. So what is happening is
It goes to the
Test class
main method.
constructor.
First, it goes to the main method.
hmm,
That
main method. Okay.
an object for test demo is created, and then
Correct.
we are calling the method one inside the main
Mhm.
method. So it goes to the
Inside the
main
main
method
method.
M1.
Correct.
There we are calling we are creating an object T for the test
Mhm.
class, and then we are
Yes.
calling that
Test class constructor.
this we are calling the test method
So test
inside the
class
test
constructor.
class.
So what we are doing here, calling this test constructor, correct? So
Yeah,
what is this? This is a constructor,
this
right? So this
inside the
test
test.
is a
Yeah,
constructor,
test is a
correct?
constructor.
Correct. So
So there it
what is
goes.
happening? That will goes to what this is calling. This is calling to, it will
The,
automatically get called, right? We
yeah,
don't need to write p dot test, right? We don't need to call that. So what will happen? It will go to the
test constructor and
constructor and it will print the statement. Got it?
So basically we are calling one class into another basically.
Correct.
In
correct,
test demo, we
correct.
are calling test is calling
Hmm.
again. Yeah.
So,
Right.
what is the need of passing the parameter in the test constructor? What
See,
parameter?
this is the
Yeah, that is
this is the use, like this way also we can pass the argument. Okay, inside the constructor we can pass the like in previous what we were doing, we were passing the argument of the same class. Correct?
but Chavi, here the
Here,
your
Yeah.
set test demo TD is passing the parameter in a constructor class, but it is
Hmm.
not a parameter, it is a class name and object name, right?
It's a class name. Yeah, it's a class name. Test
Class
demo is
name
a
with
class
name and TD
name.
is
An
an object.
TD is an object or whatever. Yeah, TD is an object. Or here also we are doing the same thing.
Same
Test
thing.
T is a object where we have created. So
So basically we are
it's a
passing the object of a class as parameter.
Parameter.
yes. So either it's an object or it can be T also. Like here, if I tell you,
So we can pass an object
suppose
as
if
well
I
as a
use
variable.
instead of
That's what the parameter could be an object also.
then also it's fine. I mean, it can be a variable or it can be a parameter. It doesn't matter that you in different class and there is a different variable. So you can use TS also or any other variable name. You can use it. Okay. So it
So
doesn't matter
Chavi,
that
that's
I pass
variable or object?
Yeah, that's
it's
what.
a variable. Of
You're breaking, Chavi.
type
Your voice is
class.
breaking.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a variable, it's a parameter type as hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Now,
breaking.
Yeah.
now it's audible.
So, okay. Let me check my permit. Okay. So this is anything you can pass. It's not compulsory that you write TD only or the object which you have created. No. Here, see, here I have passed TS also, but it's still giving me the same output. Okay.
It's little confusing,
It's
Chavi.
confusing.
So
Chavi.
it
Then
doesn't matter.
where does the
Anything you can
TS
write it.
comes? At least
Because
TD
it's a
is
different class.
Sorry, can you show that again? The program it was not showing before.
Yeah. Okay. Now can you see?
Can you run this, Chavi?
yeah.
Yes. So it's the same thing with sorry,
So-
it's like
Can you change the println statement inside some method and then shall we check it whether it prints both the statement?
Yeah, which one it is printing? Can you just, yeah.
Because only once it's printing. If we are calling
Mhm.
again and again, we are
Chavi,
should
can
be-
you change that void M1 println statement?
to some other.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I am in like,
No, this is the original
This is not that
program.
program.
No, but
This is-
let
no,
this
no.
be because this is the original program. I mean,
what
what we
not
are
this
learning.
one. Yeah.
Not this one, Chavi.
sorry. Then what you wanted to change?
The
We had two println statements.
Sorry, this program you are talking about, right?
Yes,
This
yes.
program. Or
yeah.
yeah. So this is your assignment. You just check this program as an you have this program. You run it and then tell me that what you find out from this. Okay.
So
You
Chavi,
understand this
one
part?
confusion. So you are saying so far we were understanding that's an
Yeah.
instance
So you
variable.
understood this one, right?
Yeah. No, but Chavi, the question here is test TS, right? So far we were understanding that it's an instance variable, but you are saying
So
that's
this is
variable.
an instance variable. No. Wait. This is not instance. That's what I'm saying. Like TS is a variable of class test type.
We did not declare anywhere, right? TS as a variable.
No, I have declared here inside. This is a local variable. No, this is a local variable.
Okay.
Local variable, and it's a type of this class type. It's a variable. I'm not saying that this is an object. Object is different. It's just that I have used T, same name I have used. But if I select this T, it is not showing me here. Okay, that means it's different. Whenever you select something, it will shadow it. That means it is related to that particular thing. Okay,
Okay.
are you getting my point?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So if I select this, it is not showing me here. So this is not related anywhere. So these two things are not related. That's why I changed the name of this.
Okay.
So we are just
so-
passing variable of a class so that we can
Correct.
use this variable,
This keyword, not
this
variable.
keyword. Sorry, yeah, this
Yes.
keyword. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
that-
it's a syntax. Like if you want to use a this keyword, use test variable as an argument.
correct. Now you got it. So this keyword can be used as a like as a test variable, as a test class variables. Okay.
Class variable.
Yeah. So it's a
Somewhat we
local
are-
variable. You got that point?
Yes, Chavi.
Yes.
So can we just, with this understanding, can we just one more time see
This
the
can be
last
used to
example?
pass an argument in the constructor class. Okay, this is a different.
The last, yeah,
This
yeah.
can
Can
be
we
used
just,
to pass an argument in the method. Sorry,
can we, with this
in the
understanding, can we see the last program?
last programming, this one.
Fifth scenario. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we are doing here, this is also a class variable. Okay, test
Okay.
demo, but this is
Here-
a different class variable. Okay.
Okay, here
it's
it's TD is a
Here-
class variable,
Class
not
variable.
object name.
You can
Yes.
change that. Yeah.
We can change that.
it is nothing related to this object.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Since
you
we
can
saw
change
that exactly over there, we thought it's a class name and object.
Yeah, I can understand that you might get confused, but now you are clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
class
Then-
variable.
Then try this program at home. Okay.
Chavi, so this can be used in all these ways. So what is a
Mhm.
frequently used
Only
purpose
the first
in
one. Only this
Default
this first
construct.
one is used
The default one, Chavi?
frequently.
instance variable? Okay.
This variable is used for this value, not any other things. So this is
So
the
similarly, Chavi, what other keywords we need to learn for Selenium?
yeah, these are like super keyword. This is your
Okay.
assignment. Okay, these are all your
Okay.
assignment that you have to learn this super keyword. Okay, this is your assignment, and you have to learn about all these final keyword. Abstract I will tell you. Abstract and static I will tell you. You have to learn about the super keyword, final keyword, and synchronized, transient, and these three are very rarely used. So these three you can ignore, but super, final, and synchronized. Okay.
What is
You have-
synchronized? Chavi heard it for the first time, just in one
Yeah.
line. If you send it.
It's a non-access modifier. These are all the non-access modifier. These are access modifier, and these are all non-access modifier. Okay, so in the next class we will learn about the non-access modifier. Okay, and the static modifier. Okay, so these are all the non-access modifier, and these are access modifier. What is access modifier? Where we can access those methods, variables. Non-access modifier, we cannot access those variables or methods. Okay, so that's why they are called as non-access modifier.
So
Okay?
if we put
this
this
is-
final in front of any variable, then that cannot be accessed like that, right, Chavi?
Correct. So these are all, that's why it is called as non-access modifier.
So this is applicable for methods as well as variables.
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 Yes, so static, see, I will tell you about the static methods, static variables. Okay, So this we will cover in the next.
Public,
Mhm.
private, protected, and default. About that.
Yeah,
These are the access modifiers.
the access modifier, which we have studied already in the first class, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that also you will get good understanding once we will move ahead. Okay. So